Why did you do the fast one?
I thought that was a different one, to be honest with you.
I
So
was like, whoa, it's already ready.
I was like, I thought we were gonna have some epicness or something.
Or
I
I
didn't
was
realize.
expecting that too. I was expecting at least a few more seconds so I could,
I should move that to the bottom a little bit,
play on my
so I
phone,
know
I
not to do
guess.
that again.
I was like, oh,
Oh my
we're going.
goodness!
We are going.
And I even saw that it was short. I just thought it was still like epic and short.
Mm-hmm. It's not epic and short. Well,
Oh
I'm
man,
back.
dude! Yeah, it's like you took a mini vacation.
Well,
Vacation.
dude, I've been like super
Super
busy.
busy.
And even today I had a photo shoot and I was like, well, I can't miss another one. So I was like, I better show up on this one at
You're
least
like,
for a little
I was
while.
like, Dr. Ben. I was like, we might have a spot opening up soon. You might
I
need to
know.
fill in.
Dude, it's been nuts. Crazy busy.
You've been super busy, but you know what?
Mhm,
Honestly, I've seen your some of your photos on Instagram. Like, man, they're
mhm.
pretty. Like, you had some good ones. I saw you had. I don't know if this was a model, yesterday or today, maybe, or something like that. And I was like, man. And then you've been spending time editing your stuff too. It looks like
Yeah.
the videos even for your
Oh yeah.
Instagram.
So thankful for CapCut, which has a bunch of templates in it.
My
So
kids use that, dude. I
yeah.
didn't know it was that
So I
popular.
could just like, oh, let's do this and do that. And speaking of, hey,
Hey,
hello, how are
our
you?
true haunting friend coming around.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mr. Tip Ass. Well, you don't have to tip my ass. And in fact,
um,
I got a new toy.
what is this?
This is the DJI Osmo version 2.
What does it do?
It records video. So like I just flip this like this. Here, you'll see. And then now it's got can you see it? It's not, yeah. So the cool thing.
Wicked. Wait, you had that thing a couple years back, didn't you? When you were doing your skateboard videos or something like that outside.
So I had something similar, not exactly like this, but this
Mhm.
one is way small. Like, see, it fits in my pocket basically.
Yeah. So what does it
And
do, or what's it supposed to
so
do?
this is a gimbal, so I can, and I don't have
Oh,
to worry about having shaky video.
is it a
And then
fancy
also,
gimbal?
it's a fancy gimbal. And then the other part to this is that it will shoot vertical video, and I don't have to see. So now it's shooting vertical video. I don't know if you can
Okay,
see
so
it, but
like cell phone, right?
like cell phone. So I don't have to, like when I'm doing reels and things like that, I don't have to like crop it in
In your,
uh,
what was it called?
in the software
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But
Um, that's kind of cool though.
it
Like
just
majorly
came
cool.
out. It just came out
Look at you, Mr.
like
Fancy
2 weeks
Technology
ago.
Pants.
Yeah. And I know, it's just another toy to add my collection,
Sure.
or that I won't use or end up using for
Well,
like a
you'll
couple
use for the
days.
first week at
Yeah,
least.
exactly. But yeah, my buddy texted me. He was like, so because I posted on Instagram, I was like, hey, got a new toy. He's like, so in 4 months you're gonna let me buy it, right? It's like basically, yeah. But
Nice.
I'm trying to step up my Reels game or in my TikTok game,
Oh,
and so
that, I'm glad I said that then, because I was saying I noticed some of your spending time editing your videos on
mhm,
Instagram. Like, I had noticed
right.
some video
Yeah, I have a lot
uptick.
more Reels now. I actually
Uh-huh.
post more Reels now than I do like actual photos now.
Hmm.
So I'm trying, because they say that videos don't get more traction, but that's a lie. They get more
John,
traction.
we're not that kind of show here, okay?
Yeah,
You take that back, man. If you need that, you go keep scrolling or whatever.
right. What you do in your own time is
Stop it,
that's
John.
you, the old man
Jeez,
toy.
this is a rated not that kind of show, okay?
Mm-hmm.
um, don't worry, John. Just stick around for a bit,
Hey,
okay?
Joanne, the first question is, hey guys, how are y'all doing? That should be the first
I
comment,
agree, Joe. I appreciate
right?
that.
What,
Yes,
the show is
I
not
like
Sandy's
that. Like,
show.
I know.
It's about
Well,
us.
actually, I have like a lot of, since you've been gone, everyone loves Sandy. Okay. That's
Well, it's
like
hard
the
not.
new title of the show is Everyone Loves Sandy.
Oh, that
Like,
would
I've
be,
had so many
yeah.
friends
I could
who've
definitely
come
see that.
on,
Oh
and
yeah.
everyone's all like, they're messaging me on the side, Joe, on Instagram, and they're like, oh, your co-host, they're so fabulous. And I'm like, Joe? And they're like, no, the fabulous one. I'm like, Sandy? And they're like, oh my
Sandy, right.
gosh. And then they
Okay,
just go
I'm just
off.
in time. Keep
Hey.
talking.
Exactly.
They're like, Sandy this, Sandy that. She's so hilarious. She's so fun. She's so amazing. I can't get it. There was one guy, I was like, bruh, calm down. You're like
He's married.
edging. Yeah, and he's married too. I was like, you're edging on that creepy part.
And
He was like, what job does she do again? I was like, stop, just stop. He goes, but I can't get enough of her. She's so fun. And I was like,
Great.
I love it. Thank
Great.
you
Yeah,
so much for sharing that.
Sandy's taking over the airways.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, I was running a little late. I had to do a couple of things, and I'm no longer in town, so it takes me a little bit to get back home.
you're still adjusting, so it's okay. We
totally
held as best we could, Sandy, for you.
That's
Joey
cool.
was doing his best.
Yeah, I was trying.
You look fabulous, Sandy, honestly.
Thanks. What were you? Joe said something about clear.
Yeah, your glasses are like totally clear, like they're
Oh, the rim.
so like the rims are like see-through and stuff.
Yes, I was.
Is that on purpose?
Yeah, I picked these out a while ago, and I always lose my shit. And then I find them.
Mind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Joe, you actually showed up. We're used to you being gone.
Well, some of us are busy, and see what happened was, and then everything, and then yeah.
This is funny. I don't know if you saw this, Mr. Tipex is back.
Yeah.
I saw that on the way over here.
Oh yeah,
hilarious. So
yes,
I guess Jamie
Mr. Pineapples is frozen. He's
Yeah.
frozen. So
how have you been?
Man, I have been super busy. Let me tell you, I did something that I haven't ever done before, kind of in photography. So I was hired by a local high school to take pictures of the girls' basketball teams.
Cool.
So varsity, junior varsity, and the freshman team. So I was hired to do that. Well, they wanted me to not only take their pictures, but to design their posters that they hang in the gyms.
Like the ones that they sell for like fundraising or different?
No. Just they don't sell those, I don't think, but it's just the ones like if you were to go to their basketball game, you have all the varsity players, their kids are up on this thing. So they asked me to design that. And it was funny because I did the shoot like October, and she's like, I'm so sorry it's late in the season or late in the month, and we're trying to get this done. We need them done by a certain date. And I was like, okay, cool, yeah, whatever. And then I do the shoot. It was a Wednesday another Wednesday that I missed. And and she messaged me like 3 days later. She goes, hey, how's everything going? And I was like, oh, it's going good. It's fine. And she's like, yeah, our scrimmage is November 1st. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. It's like, we were hoping to have the posters by November 3rd. Oh, and I was like, well, November. And then I looked, November's like, now.
It just arrived.
It just got here fresh off the press.
Right. It was like 6 days. So I had to learn how to design a poster, find a place to print it, and get them shipped before. And I got it done. The posters came in Tuesday. And so it was really, I had to put in some work to try to get it done. But I usually
get
more than 2%.
More than 2%. So I don't. I can take the pictures, so that part's no problem. But I usually don't ever design it. They usually have someone. The schools usually have someone that takes the photos and designs the posters, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. But this time I actually had to design the posters, and so I had to learn how to cut out the player because I wanted to be cool. So I had to cut out the player in Photoshop and then post them into my template, and then adjust the template based on their school colors and their logo and their name and stuff like that. So, and it's funny because
a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
I'm like, oh gosh. Okay.
And so the lady that I was dealing with, I sent her a preview of it, and then she was like, "Oh, that looks great. What if you did this and this and this and this?"
No,
oh, gosh.
You should have said no critiques allowed.
Yeah, or no, like $5 for every critique or every 5
I was like,
critiques.
What? Okay, here's the conversation. So I sent it to her, and then she's like, I sent her
That
a
reminds
post.
me of when the
So
Hamels did
I
our
sent
little
you this
thing.
one. So this is her daughter. Can y'all see it?
Oh wow, dude.
Yeah.
That's
That was the
freaking
original.
spectacular.
They're all right. They're all right. That's cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. That's okay. That's good.
That's the original one.
Mhm.
And then
It's amazing what iPhones can do these days.
I know,
Yeah.
that's right.
She goes, oh, I'm sorry. No. This is the original one. This is the original. So this is the original one. So you can see it this.
Okay.
And so that's the original. And she goes, hey, it looks great. Can I give you a call?
No, my phone
You
is
should have
not
been like,
accepting phone calls.
I can't hear you right now.
So I was like, great. So she gives me a call and she's like, hey, you got the year wrong. And then the
Oops.
Lubbock High School, that's the school. It kind of blends into the background. And then what is she standing against? I'm like, it's the basketball court. And she's like, well, it doesn't look like a basketball court. So right, that wood part right there.
Well, at first I was like, what symbol is
I
that?
thought it was
So
like a
kinda
trophy or something.
No, so that's like
Yes.
the
Oh
free
my
throw
gosh.
line right there. That's the free throw line. That's the 3-point line.
Oh, I see it now. Now
Yeah.
I see it.
I see Pepsi. Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
Exactly. But I was like, and they're like, is it a fence? And I was like, no, it's the wooden court.
You're like, what in the country, bumpkins?
I was like, crap. And then I got the year wrong. It's
What
A
year
rookie
did you
mistake.
put?
2022,
when he was born.
2023. And it's
Joe
supposed to be
put his birth
2022.
year.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. And then, so I kind of had to go through and fix all that. And so I sent her this one. And she was like, okay, that's cool. Can you give me a call?
It looks like the in the Doctor Strange when they're opening the portal.
Oh, yeah,
Like the
yeah.
portal opening.
I think that's kind of where I was like seeing a symbol. I'm like, what's the symbol here?
Yeah. So this last one is this is the one they went with. So as you can see there. So I
Lady
changed the color of the floor
Okay.
to look more like a modern basketball court.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
So the template came with the one that I showed you, but then I went looking for more of a modern looking basketball floor, and that was an ordeal in itself.
When you say modern, Google TCU's basketball floor, and oh my gosh, it is insane. Have you ever seen their floor?
Nah.
Hey, the thumb just showed up.
Where
it just
did
showed
that
up. Look,
come
it's on
from
Joe's
again?
thing.
Oh, nice. Someone
Do
did
it again, whoever did that.
I remember I was like, when we use our hands to talk, it like shows a thumb. Because remember, that's what I was doing last week.
You're trying to do this? And
Yeah, well, I was just like talking, just using my hands. And then that little thumb popped up. Anita, did you do it?
Is it somebody that did it for us or to me directly? I don't know. Anyways.
Okay, we'll read that in just a second. Go
ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to go looking for a basketball floor, and so you type in, hey, basketball floor, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's perfect. And they're like, oh, you just need to buy this.
Oh.
And I was like, well, I can't buy that. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll buy it because it's like whatever, $5. No. You can't just buy one piece of clip art or whatever. I had to sign up for something.
For a whole pack?
I signed up for a monthly pass to download that one picture that I needed. So I had to do that. So, and then I'm like, how much did I charge him for this? And I go back. I was like, man, it was an ordeal.
So did you build it in to your process?
Yeah. So I kind of did some research. I have a buddy that does this all the time. Oh, there's
you can't. Okay, hold on. Can you see it? It's
like,
basic like a lizard design or something.
Oh, that is cool.
It's like crazy on the eyes. It really is. I'm so dumb. I'll send that to you.
Okay. Yeah, and so I had to learn design. People think that I'm good at Photoshop, but I'm not really good at Photoshop. I'm good at certain things, but like when we start, the template has like 20 layers in it. So I'm there trying to figure out all the layers and figure out turning them on and off, how to change colors, how to do this and how to do that. And so
Joe's not good at Photoshop because I never look skinny in my pictures. I'll tell you that shit right now. Joanne said she's seen balloons pop up, and then Anita said no, but I did see it pop when Joe showed his thumb. See, there's something to that. I don't know.
I think Jamie's playing with us. I think.
Oh,
Are you
no,
hiding
I
something
promise
from us?
No, he was just as shocked as
Oh
I
yeah,
was.
when it happened last week, I was like, because I don't know which one of us saw it first, but I was like, Sandy,
I
there's
think
a
we
thumb
saw it
on
at the
your
same
face.
time. I think.
And like, are
Speaking of basketball, did y'all hear Coach Knight passed?
really?
No,
I didn't know
Wait,
that.
Yeah.
But then like a while back.
Bob
though?
Knight. Bob Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
who passed a while back then?
A coach? Oh, Coach Leach. That's Coach Leach.
Coach Leach.
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
did.
And tonight and today was Coach Bob Knight. He's famous for throwing that chair.
Yeah.
I
And
waited on him when he first came to Lubbock, and he went
Whoa.
to the caboose. And
And
no,
never
no,
came back, is
no,
what I heard.
not him. It was Coach Leach. Sorry, when
They
Coach
told
Leach
you.
first came to town, it was he and these two guys. I think one of the guys he was interviewing to be one of his assistant coaches. But I know they say don't speak ill of the dead. But I hope no one else had to wait on him after I did, as far as like in the future.
Who?
He
Coach
was-
Leach?
Yeah, because we comped his whole friggin' ticket, and he didn't leave me squat for a tip.
Oh,
He was there for
my
hours.
goodness. That
And
is
he racked up a bill. It was like at
That's
least
Why did they
200
comp
plus.
it?
Because what were we talking about again? Who passed away? No way. That's so sad.
Hey guys, I haven't
Oh,
seen CPJ
man.
on here. So Joanne, CPJ has been so crazy busy, and I'm just gonna go ahead and share this news because she shared it today. She is now building, like gonna have an official building where she's gonna work out of, and that's getting built
Oh,
as we
how
speak.
awesome
So
is
yeah,
that?
she's expanding. She's doing so good with her business.
That's what I was
And
gonna
if
say.
you
Like,
haven't
it's
checked her
not
out, she's like got her own scent line now, like for Scentsies and
scent.
stuff.
Is there a pineapple scent somewhere in there?
You should go pitch it. We should have a T-Sud scent. What would that
Yes.
smell like? Pineapples
Pineapple
and
ice
Superman.
cream.
Pineapples and Superman.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
and,
that.
and something Asian. Throw some Asian flair in there.
Exactly.
Soy sauce or something.
Pineapple soy.
I have never been more offended than I am right now.
No, there was that one time back in 12 BC.
Oh yeah, you're right.
remember?
That was pretty offensive too. So
Yeah. They're like a wheel. What's that? Anyhow, oh, let me show y'all something cool. So there's this.
Joanne, go pee. Is it a comic?
Oh no. Sorry. I was like, wait, what?
Oh no, don't go pee, Joanne.
All right. So there's a cookie that I really love that I don't get often because I don't get it, but they don't release it too often. And then I found out that they released it earlier this year, and I was like, man, I freaking missed it.
Is it a McRib?
It's an Oreo. It's kind of like a McRib, but it's an Oreo cookie, and it's a s'mores cookie, and it is so good and dangerous. The outside edges are the graham crackers, and inside is marshmallow cream and chocolate cream in there. It's so good.
That is rich sounding.
It is, and it's addictive though. If you've ever had the s'mores cookie from
not like you can
from
afford it,
the
but I'm
little
just saying,
girlies,
like
the Girl
sugar.
Scouts, it's really good. So anyway, I missed it. I ran into the people who actually stock. Or oh shoot, I should have gotten her number. It would have been fun to talk with her on here, but it would have been kind of weird too. But anyway, she was like, "Go try out the hot chocolate ones," and I was like, "What? There's a freaking hot cocoa Oreo?
Those are gluten free? Go check.
No, but it's a marshmallow and hot cocoa flavor, right? And let me tell you, this thing. Oh, I gotta stay away from it too. But I've been slowly eating it over the last week. Slowly.
One a day. One a day.
Slowly eating it over the last week.
Yeah,
and
I'm
half
savoring
of
it.
Oreo left.
That looks really good.
It is. I'm gonna eat it and then mute so y'all can finish talking about it. Anyway, I want to show off that cookie. If you get to the store, go check out that Oreo hot chocolate cookie.
Look at
'cause it's
Sean. He
legit.
said, no, thank you.
Hey, can I show y'all my Halloween outfit? You want to see my Halloween?
Your Halloweeny outfit?
Let me show you because it was fun. It was fun, but it sucked because my son screwed up everything. I'm just gonna say that because I can, because he
Freaking
kids.
sons.
They always do
freaking
that.
kids. We'll go over that, but here is my buddy lives a couple doors down, and he sent me this of my suit here. And you'll notice, just kind of scroll up.
You'll notice he was a lazy trick-or-treater, didn't even walk to his
You
buddy's
walk
house.
like that. So
But listen to Joe's giggle. He like tries to stop
oh wait, I
giggling.
didn't turn on the audio.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if you can hear it.
and then you just vanished. How did you do that?
I just vanished. I just vanished. You wouldn't believe it. I scared the crap out of this little girl because in our neighborhood, because it's so new, no one triggered. We got like 2 trick-or-treaters, but in the other neighborhood, on the other side of the neighborhood, I was riding around.
The other side of the tracks.
Yeah, we're on the bad side of the tracks. So this little girl, she saw me, and she had just gotten out of her parents' car, and then she bolted right back inside.
Oh no!
And her dad was outside, and he's just laughing. He's like, "Oh man, that was so good, bro." With me, so I was like, "Hey, do y'all want some candy?"
Was that you changing your voice, or did you have a voice changer?
Changing my voice. I could only say like a couple things.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He was like, and then it hurt really bad.
I had wanted to go to what's the Vintage Township, because they have, it's huge trick or treating over there in Vintage, and they do a lot of decorations. So my son and his friends were going to go. I was going to come back, change, and go pick him up or meet with him, and then we'd go trick or treating more, and I could go scare people. Well, his friends ended up having a curfew, and then he said they're being dumb, and I want to come home. So I didn't get to do any of that. So,
oh man,
way to go, freaking dumb!
And also, on the way over to Vintage, I forgot my scythe, so I was just going to be a guy cruising around. You know, the scythe kind of makes
you need that.
Reaper, yeah. So,
yeah.
Otherwise, it's partly my fault, but mostly my son's fault. So that's what.
Otherwise, you're just grim.
Yeah, not a reaper.
There's no reaping.
No reaping. So how was y'all's Halloween?
So we had a house full of boys. Kate had all of his friends over. So I'm running like crazy to go get pizza, to go get dessert, to come bake dessert, to come make sure that we have everything ready. And they had decided they were going to watch scary movies. And so you could hear them laughing because they decided, I think they watched Five Nights at Freddy's, and they'd already been to the theater to watch it. So they watched that again. And then they were like, let's watch the Halloween. What is it? Jamie Lee Curtis, I guess.
Yeah.
There's
Michael Myers.
20 years worth. So
that's Friday the 13th, though, isn't it? No,
it's Halloween.
Don't let Topher hear you say that.
No, he would have sliced my head off.
Right.
But he would have put my face on a pumpkin.
So they were laughing at how cheesy it was.
Oh yeah.
And so we could hear them just laughing. They were and of course they ate like crazy. They were snacking, coming back and forth, grabbing pizza and drinks and stuff. And anyway, so that's what we did. And then, we left them alone and we were watching the World Series. How about those Rangers? In case anybody else is keeping up with them.
So awesome.
And right now, when we got home, it was scoreless. So and they were like 5th inning. So I don't know what's going on with that right now.
Check right now and let you know.
Okay. But anyway, other than that, that's all we did. And of course, we bought candy just in case, like, because we've got like one neighbor, maybe 2 neighbors with sets of kids. But whatchamacallit, we thought maybe they would come over, but no one ever came over. So all these kids, they loaded up on candy. So
no.
Well,
I had a friend.
I
had a friend who was giving away Pokemon cards too. And so she's
really?
like, no one came over. She goes, and then her comments were filled with like adults saying, I want a Pokemon card. If they're brand new pack, and they were all getting all this stuff and just nerding out. And I was like, you should have told the adult. The adults would have gone.
Yeah, I can bring it up. I get it.
Okay.
So this one was typical, the one starting from the left, typical high school kid. Then you've got, oh my gosh, what is that doctor? What is it called? The plague doctor.
The plague, yeah.
And then Cade, who couldn't decide what he wanted and it was too late to order anything. Then you have Tron, and the one on the end said, I just went to Party City on my out and bought this cape and I bought this mask. He's like, I'm a Party City mascot.
Clever,
Anyway,
clever.
that's what I thought too. I thought it was so funny. But
I'll
anyway,
give it to him. I'll give it to him.
so I sent it to my brothers. I was like, y'all vote, and so the Dr. Plague ended up who ended up winning. So
Nice.
That's awesome.
look at that. Jay Pineapples would love to see his comic book.
Wow.
I'll show
That's
it to you.
the first
show 'em to you
time
after. Isn't that fun?
commenter.
Right.
I'll totally show
Speaking
that.
of though of the cyber gangsters, I watched your last interview with the Korean
Vampire.
threat analyst,
Yes, the threat modeler.
modeler.
Uh-huh.
She is very impressive.
She was very yes.
I was like,
What is a
wow.
threat modeler? She
Yeah.
Go
models
watch
threats.
the show to see.
Yeah.
She is someone who
and she does it on paper. That was even
and
more
gets paid a
crazy.
lot of good.
Yeah, she gets paid really well to assess threats. Basically, she's like, if you're looking for worst case scenario, she's going to tell you worst case scenario and how you get to worst case scenario with different
So
avenues.
people like me get paid to jump to worst case scenario.
Right, exactly.
I
Pretty
am
much.
intrigued.
Yeah. I only was able to watch, like, of course. So when Mr. Pineapples, and I'm going to tell him about this, like when Mr. Pineapples does an interview, it's a lot of talking from Mr. Pineapples in the beginning. He lets them get there, but in the beginning, he does a lot of. And I'm like, can you shut up? I want to hear what she's got. Tell me.
Fast forward is for.
I am
That's what fast forward is
shocked
for.
that
Yeah,
Mr. Pineapples
right?
I don't
You would-
answer to anyone else, so long as
Right.
the viewers keep going up and the views go up, I'm like, I'm gonna stick with what I got.
So
he's like, they're here for me.
He
Yes.
builds her up like crazy, and he dumps accolades on them like an amazing host would do. But he just keeps talking, and he's not necessarily talking about himself. He just keeps talking about a subject that could be tangent to whatever she's talking about. And also, Squirrel, the Toxic Avenger. Was that just a Toxic Avenger? Like, it's a lot of things. Like,
So she and I were talking about it afterwards too, and she was like, "You're the only one who's ever got it." She goes, "That was so fun." She goes, "I can't believe." We both nerded out for a while on it. So,
yeah. She's very nerdy. I like that.
She was
I like
having
that
fun.
she was very nerdy. Yeah, very nerdy,
yeah.
very intelligent. So it was
and her like she didn't get to go through her talk, and which is fine. But the way she describes her job with the Death Star was so freaking awesome. So, and her story was just amazing. Her journey into not just tech but cybersecurity, and as a lady going through it, right? And it was just full of just
and she
awesomeness.
that wasn't even her goal at the beginning. She wanted to be a graphic artist.
She was already 23 and doing something else, and she was like, "There's got to be more." And she was managing GameStop. She had 3 full-time jobs.
Three full-time. Yeah, she was Jamaican. 3 full-time jobs, and then she didn't like math.
She was Jamaican money.
She has a minor in math.
Yeah, and she was like,
and she's talking about string theory. And I was like, what?
I was like, would you say that, the disparity between where you were and where you're at, like, was pretty grand? And she was like, yes. She never
ADHD
saw myself.
with all those things on her plate.
I think so. I think
she okay. And here's the thing: she said that if I can do it, pretty much anyone can do it. But here's the thing: she's Asian, so she already had step up, and math is just in her blood, whether she likes to think of it or not.
I have girl math in my blood. That means if my card swipes, then I'm good.
Then there's enough money to.
Then there's enough money in there.
Yeah. So, and if you buy something and you take it back and get something else, you didn't spend any money.
Oh, it negates itself out.
And if it's 75% off, you practically got it for free.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you pay cash and it didn't touch your bank account, it's basically free.
Non-existent. Never even happened, bro. Never even happened.
There's another one. How does it go? It's like where, if you spend X amount, you get a discount, a big discount. I'm like, yeah, but you still got to spend it.
You have to spend it. No, but I get the discount. Are you not listening?
Right. But if you charge me for shipping, it's over. Like, I'm not buying your product.
Right. Exactly.
So, my daughter, I told her, I was like, you can't, it was a horrible Halloween-ish. And I can't show you everything, but the night before Halloween, she was busting butt to try to get the house clean so she could have guests over. And they weren't even supposed to be a party. It was just supposed to be the girls meet here and go trick-or-treating from here. And it didn't happen like that. Oh, God. But when I was passing through the house in the middle of at night, and I saw something outside my window that scared the living daylights out of me.
La Llorona?
Close. Close.
Oh my goodness.
Who did that?
My daughter. So I told her, I was like, you just have to have it clean. But she was like, I'll have it clean and decorate. And I was like, this isn't a party. But she made sure to deck it out as though it wasn't a party.
That's
and
funny.
This was
That's
hanging
a
out.
great idea.
It really was. But I was like freaked out because I was like, I was, man, I couldn't tell you. And so when I saw them in the morning and I was like, oh my God, I was like, that's pretty clever though. That was really clever.
Yeah,
so,
I like it. I liked it.
And so she
100%.
decorated the front because at first she just put the spider web out over the bushes. And I was like, I didn't even know we had that. I was like, but baby, you can't just put that there. And I was like, I can't. Like there was so much going on the day before, right? And so then she puts out some chalk on the front porch. I should have taken a picture of it. And she spelled help. She wrote help in really broken, like it was clever. And then she had these things off on the side, and then she had some stickers on the window. It wasn't much.
Did the neighborhood association approve of these changes?
And she decorated the inside. And so by the end of the night, I was like, baby, I just got to tell you, she's always said that if she could ever have a backup job to the horses, it would be like event planning, party decorating, planning and stuff. And I was like, I think you know yourself way better than I do because I couldn't have done this.
Wow,
and I didn't see this in you. And so.
And she cleaned the house really well and got it all done.
No. It was straightened up. But anyway, it was
like everything goes in the closet. Everything goes in the closet.
Don't open the closet.
It was one of those days where you're just like.
And don't worry about the floor being vacuumed. I vacuumed where they were going to walk the most.
Yeah.
Visible to public. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
But they had a blast going out there. So the theme was mine in the middle right there. But the theme was Adam Sandler movies or your dad
just
or something like
Jamie.
that. And so they were all dressed just weird, but they really spent an exorbitant amount of time on their beards. And I thought, wow, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
And so
they were modeling their dads or
sure, why not?
Eden's dad.
Sure, why not? I was like, but your hair doesn't do that.
It does not do that. This was one of the more spectacular houses of the evening. And I was like, wow.
Wow.
And they got scared multiple
those
times.
Skeletons are like 900 doll hairs.
They're ridiculous, aren't they? But they look fantastic in the front yards.
Oh, and they have Mars Attack. Is that Mars Attack?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I saw that one at the store too, and I was like, man, this is cool. There was music playing. Like everything about this house was just awesome.
Right.
I watched a video of a ring cam of a person attempting to steal that skeleton. They didn't think this shit through. Like, have you seen the box that this sucker comes in? And you're in a Tahoe. So they're trying to dismantle it and put it in and shove it in, and they can't close anything.
No.
Anyway, so embarrassing for them.
Oh, that's not that picture.
Is that in your bowling alley?
It should be.
Oh, that's
a little memory jogger for Joe.
Nice.
Okay, let me just show you this.
Pot roast.
What is that, Joe?
What?
What is that?
No, Sandy said it's pot roast.
I said what? I'm asking you. What is it now?
Oh, he's talking to you, Greer.
It looks like stew of some sort.
Okay.
I would say.
I just need everyone's opinion. What is this? So Sandy says pot roast. Joe says stew.
I just need to know
for everyone else who's watching, what is it? Because
we'll wait for a second. Everybody, put your answers in there.
and I'll tell you what happened here was. My wife wanted dinner and she wasn't feeling well today, and so I was like, okay. So I put this in the cup. She was like, bring me a side of sauce, and I was like, sauce, but this is already in water. It's in soup or whatever, right? And so she was like, okay. But it was just this weird long drawn conversation. I was like, forget it. I just put the meat and potatoes per se in there and brought the sauce upstairs to her. And then I was like, I brought you dinner. And then my daughter goes, Dad, what'd you make? And I was like, just go look in the Instapot. I have no idea now. And so then, because when my wife and I were talking, I was like, what did I make? What is this, Takisa? She was like, well, and so that's why I'm asking y'all, because we were like, I don't know what I knew before. I knew what I was making
So
this morning.
Beef product. Is that
Anymore.
potatoes?
Oh yeah, so there's beef. That's
Is that a liver?
Potato. No, it's beef, straight up.
Look, here's our first guess. It's
IT food. Huh, I guess.
IT food.
Wait, what'd you say?
It's food for computers.
Oh,
Food for computers.
yeah,
Even
IT food.
computers need food. So yeah, I was just curious what everyone else thought, because I was like, I don't know if it's beef stew, pot
Joanne,
roast,
Anita, what are y'all thinking?
you know,
Yeah,
or
what are they
and then
thinking?
my daughter, she even said, "Is it carne guisada?" And I was like, "No,
No, definitely not carne asada.
well, I wouldn't think so, but if you look at it could be carne guisada, just
Not with carrots. I never smoked carne guisada with carrots. No
So
mames.
the Mayan dish carne guisado
Oh, hell no.
does have carrots. It is.
What in the Asian is going on?
John. Oh my God. So anyway, I was just curious what this is in everyone's home, because I was like, I really don't know anymore. And then Dr. Pineapples was like, well, when it has like a thick gravy with it, then it's something. I don't remember if she said pot roast or whatever the other one was.
Beef stew. What'd you say, Joe? Beef stew?
Some kind of stew, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. It's mush. Everything
Yes.
thrown together.
If you can't answer correct properly, then don't.
Joanne said her beef stew would never look like this, and neither would her pot roast.
This is
Never.
happy. After I started eating, I realized, oh, this would be a good question to ask the show tonight. So I took a picture, but I was like, I'm not going to refill it. I was already full, so I was like, no.
I was already full.
I was
So
just
tell
curious.
us,
Wanted
what
to
did
know.
you intend on making?
I don't remember anymore. I knew this
Oh, my
morning what I was
goodness.
intending on making, but I don't remember anymore. I was like,
It's like, I don't know.
"Jeez."
I don't know.
Whack.
Wow, wow, wow.
You know what I haven't had in a long time?
Tell us, girl.
I give up.
A crepe.
A crepe?
Yes.
That looks like, is that pistachio ice cream?
Close. It's actually red bean and matcha. Red bean matcha ice cream. It was really good. It was not sweet or overly sweet. It was just nice, tasty. But I like matcha, and I know matcha is an acquired taste. Well,
yeah.
A lot of times you find in the tea, but they turn into ice cream and other things. But
why would you ruin ice cream with health?
I didn't think it was ruined. I thought it was very good, actually. I would get it again.
If it was pistachio, I'd still be grossed out too. I don't like no pistachio.
Mr. Pineapples, is that 1,674 unread emails in your inbox?
Yeah. Get out of there. Get out of there, Joe.
How do people deal with that?
I can't have that. My mailbox is like clean. And I hate
Ugh.
You're over here being
Chon said no, thank you. Hey, Chon, were you in San Antonio this weekend?
San Antonio.
We'll give you a minute to answer, John.
Yeah, we'll give Chon a minute.
While you do that, I'm going to show off the comic books.
Some more
intermission, Joanne.
Did you see this one? It's a foily one. Can you see that?
It's a Wonder Woman foil.
Yeah.
The boobs on that one.
Nice.
It connects with two other covers, one of Batman and one of Superman, actually.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you have the connecting dots? Oh, you don't have them.
I do actually, but I didn't pull them out.
When I get them in Transformers.
Is that Optimus Prime?
It is. I have a buddy
who loves his
Transformers.
voice. Anybody else love
Peter Cullen?
Voice?
Got a great
Is he still alive?
Yes.
He's getting it.
Party time.
He's getting in there. Look at this one.
Oh, you got your more little cuties.
Yeah.
What do you say they were called?
Chibi
Chibi
Batman. So it's a Japanese style where they turn the adults, they make them look like little kids, and so this is an American style one.
Yeah,
I normally don't like them. Actually, I really don't.
They
like
did that to Teen Titans, right? Teen Titans Go is kind of like that.
Sorta.
Yeah,
but I like these versions. I like these. What they did here. These were really super cute.
Interesting.
I love this one especially.
Yeah. Didn't Superman have a dog?
Yeah, that's him. Crypto.
That's dog.
Like, didn't it do a cartoon with Superman and his dog?
There was a movie that just came out with it was about the dog.
The
Yeah,
dog.
it had-
Okay.
Start Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock was the dog.
I'll show these another day. These are no, I want to show them now because they're not
Go
as
ahead,
popular.
show them now.
But
Just do
I
what you want.
wanted-
It's your
look at
show. We're
these.
just living in it.
Look at this. This is
Oh,
a comic
Tom and
book from
Jerry.
this is a comic book from 1962.
Oh,
Whoa.
nice. That's
Isn't
in
that
like really
crazy?
good condition.
What was
Yeah.
that? His mouse's name too? I can't
Look
remember.
at this thing.
Jerry.
The
Little
Three
toe.
Musketeers. This is from the UK. This is from 1940.
Oh
Whoa,
man, that's
this
in
is-
good
it's
condition.
It's probably going to range. It says 25 to 85. I have a feeling that's a little low, but it's a very poor condition.
Oh, is it
And it
look
is a
good
first
here?
edition, but yeah. See, the thing is with these older books, even though they're ripped up like that and whatnot, the thing is you may not find these books.
It's
So
written
ripped
by
up is-
Alexander Dumbass.
this one's 47. King Solomon's Mines.
Whoa, 15 cent.
1947.
15 cent back in the day.
Do you have insurance on your comic book? Sandy
I
Dandy
might
can
need
hook
to
you
one
up.
day. I might need to. And then this one, 1946, The Black Arrow.
Ooh, the Black Arrow. But he looks white.
Yeah, he sure does.
And his suit's not
That's
even black.
1946, okay.
What the?
What in the black?
Anyway, I
Like
have,
his suit
I have a
couldn't
few
even
more
black?
of those, but those are pretty. What?
His suit couldn't even be black.
I know, right? Right. The Black Arrow. Ain't nothing about him that's
Oh, Chon just sent us a picture of him.
did?
He did. I put it in the message.
You got Jimmy. You want me to get it?
Got it,
Uh,
Chon. Was this
Why
in
am I
this?
having a hard time
Was
finding
this
it?
in Dallas? That background looks very cowboyish.
It does.
Cool.
Were they playing that?
Oh, was that at the mall? What is that? What is the mall called? Chon, you have to tell us so I can stop guessing.
The Galleria? Is that? I don't know. That's the Dallas one. The Dallas one is Galleria. Very cool.
Guys, I know he's on the Riverwalk. Oh,
Man, John, you've lost some weight, buddy.
Is that the
Nice.
Bulls? He's wearing a Bulls shirt? Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Chicago
Were you in
Bulls.
Chicago?
In Chicago.
When this was
man, y'all
back, what
remember the
is it
days
on?
of Jordan when we
Yeah.
all were Chicago Bulls fans?
It's
were.
crazy. I had these kids come up to me. They were arguing amongst themselves and like, "Sir, can we ask you a question?" And I was like, "Sure, go ahead." He's like, "Do you watch sports?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've watched a few sports." He's like, "Jordan or LeBron?" I'm like,
Jordan.
I was
that's
like,
not
"There's
even a
no
comparison."
question." I
I
was
was like, no
"It's
mames, déjame.
Get
Michael
outta
Jordan."
here.
And the guy's like, "Thank you." And the other kid was like, "Well, he's from that era, so he's gonna automatically say Jordan."
You should have said what era, you business.
Did you just call me old, you little mother?
Yeah. I found a picture. I don't know what grade I was in, maybe middle school. We all had those starter jackets. I straight up had my starter Chicago Bulls jacket in that picture.
Man,
Man,
it's
we
so
were-
crazy.
We
They
were
so-
badass
Yeah,
back
they
in
were.
the day.
Were.
I mean, there ain't no good basketball no more.
Oh, I thought you meant us.
Back
I had
in
this
the
we
question
said-
come up earlier, and I was curious what y'all's take on it is.
Michael
Sure.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan all the way.
All the way.
All the
So
way.
someone reached out to me and they were like, "Hi, man, I'm currently looking for a professional mentor and think you might fit."
And think you mig.
You mid. You mid. You're mid.
You misspelled mid.
What's y'all's take on mentoring relationships?
Dude, I'm all for them. Well, I charge for them, but I'm all for them.
Of course, you'd be all for them. Is there
And he
ever
has
an
a tip
example?
line too, just in
I have
case
a
you're
tip So I'm all for them. But I think if someone is looking for you to be their mentor, I think it's a huge compliment. And as long as it makes sense for both of you and you benefit out of it, either financially. Or another, what are you? Is there a squirrel up there?
There's something. Keep going. I'm listening. I promise. But I just
Yeah.
I see something and I'm trying to make sense of what it is.
Right.
See
It's not
something,
like
say
spooky thing.
something.
Right. No, it just has to make sense to you, like financially, and whether or not what they are expecting from you as their mentor. So if they're like, "Hey, I think you could help me like build a new building or something like that," even though you have zero, that doesn't make sense. So it's just obviously It has to make sense on what their goal is to get out of the mentorship, and maybe not, try to mooch off you in a way that where they're taking advantage of your knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
What do you say,
See, and
Sandy?
because I'm cynical, I'm like, what, this fool wants some free shit. Like, you go learn it just like I did. That's how I feel.
I might respond back to him and be like, Joe, I'm currently looking for some extra money. I think you might fit the bill.
Oh, Anita said Jordan or Kobe.
Oh,
Jordan.
it's still Jordan for me.
Yeah, I'm still
I
gonna
think
be Jordan.
Kobe's a strong number two.
He's up higher than LeBron.
Oh, yeah, I think so too.
LaHoo?
LeBron
Exactly.
James.
That's a joke, but that's okay.
But what are your thoughts on it? What do you think?
Yeah. Do you see?
Oh,
that's another thing too. Do you have time to be a professional mentor? Would
Right.
you, if you charge this person $100 an hour or whatever the fee would be, would you be able to give him $100 worth of your time, worth of what would be beneficial? Also, do you have a plan as far as what you're going to mentor and what information you're going to give? Like, this is like, you have to have this well thought out. You have to have a syllabus.
A syllabus.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have some shit together.
You gotta have a plan.
Yeah. Like, what do you want to learn? How to cook,
Yeah.
how to cyber gangster with me? Because
Yeah.
you know what? Cyber gangsters, I wouldn't be sharing those secrets with nobody.
Right? Yeah, because you had to work hard for that.
Mm-hmm.
You would work. You paid quite a bit for that.
I think it's kind of so if you have time and availability, I think it's okay. I think it's also okay to charge for that time and availability. I think it's up
Time
to you
is
to figure
money.
out. I agree with you. And sometimes I think that there are those individuals where you just see this spark and you're kind of like, I wouldn't mind training that person. Actually, I wouldn't mind taking
What
them
if
under
it's
my
a
wing.
filter?
Huh?
What if you're being
Yeah.
catfished?
And so,
Yeah.
and I feel blessed throughout my time to be able to find folks. So like I've been able to mentor folks in public speaking, for example, but I feel confident about my skills in that. And I've been able to mentor people in
so for you, it's not
cybersecurity.
necessarily you're looking to find that diamond in the rough and make them more shiny.
Sometimes,
and you feel good because you're like, hey, I got that diamond. I helped build that diamond up.
I wish I could own that because that would be simple, but I really feel like I feel like this thing where it's important to give back to your community, whatever your community is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not to say that everyone, this is going to just sound pompous. It's not that everyone deserves my mentorship. You know what I mean? But then there are some where I'm really like, I would not mind giving into that, especially if they're young cats, only because I'm all about mentoring the next generation. That is something that is passion and dear to my heart. So,
right.
But I also see the benefit in charging and creating a business out of it, of your time and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to write or submit to an article about this on LinkedIn, and I was telling people, I was like, one of the things about mentorship though is it's only as serious as the person who's going after it. In a mentoring relationship, there should never be more from me as the mentor than you as the mentee. Like, you need to be the one scheduling it, checking my schedule, bringing the topics you want to talk about, giving me the things you want me to review. Like, there should never just be, let's hang out and just shoot the wind. I'm like, no, that's what I got Joe and Sandy for. Like, I don't need.
I'm gonna start charging your ass. That's a mentorship right there.
Like I said, when do you want to meet? Is what I tell them, and then
just Venmo me before you call me, bro.
Open up. I just had some spots open up.
Doing it still.
So
it's like,
but here's the thing. I don't know how to charge. I don't know how to charge, to be honest with you, but I know Venmo, I feel okay charging in my skills too. Like I feel confident. Whatever when I decide to do that.
Joe sets up his shit. He sends the invoice and cha-ching mofos.
Girls, he does tips. I don't know.
He's like, not for my mentoring
stuff. I don't. Really, I only do the tips if they're actually there in front of me to do the swipe. But that's
Oh,
just
I
how
was
the
like, what
thing's
do you
set up.
mean you
Yeah,
don't
do
charge
that.
for that? You're
Yeah.
saying tip lines.
Yeah, the
I don't know
tip line.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I think that's where it boils down to, is like, because of my ignorance, I don't do anything. And I heard an interesting quote today. Let me read this to y'all. And
What
this
did I
guy, I
say?
was like,
What did I say today?
let's see. She said, oh,
She
by the way, I got a
said,
job request today. Someone wanted me to, they were like, you'd be a great fit for this. This is a dedicated clinical dietitian.
how did you find that in the 1,764 unread
They
emails?
sent it to me. They sent it to me.
Yeah.
I
How
was
did
like,
you
huh?
find that?
Anyway, here's what it was. Perfection is the enemy of profit and progress.
Perfection is the enemy.
It's because
of
you're trying to make sure that it's
Right.
perfect and you're not really doing anything.
Yeah.
You're so bent on it has to be perfect. When I first started my mentoring program, it wasn't perfect. And I still
isn't.
And Joe's like, and it's perfect now.
it's absolutely 100. It's 100 right now. No, exactly.
I feel that. But you know what? I always chalk it up to me just being like a very overqualified threat modeler.
Right. You know what you could do though is you could go and find someone that actually charges for mentoring and see how they kind of do it. You do it, and then take little pieces of theirs and make it your own. Because that's kind of what I did.
Plagiarize the whole shit.
Why not?
Yeah.
ChatGPT, cue me up whatever he just said.
Exactly. And I have specific
Can you
mentoring.
hear
So
me
I have
now?
like mentoring for manual mode and then mentoring for off-camera flash. So those are the two things.
He's like, I also got a mentor for automatic. Want to take that?
And then I have mentoring for using your iPhone.
I was gonna say, where's the iPhone class?
Mentoring for how to give 2%. And
So
I
how
haven't
do you limit yourself?
And now he's gonna coming new to his repertoire is how to Photoshop and put people in templates.
Yes,
especially
that's
on basketball courts.
And how to ignore people that say, call me.
How do you
I
make
have
your
to tell you
basketball
a
court look like the
conversation.
Marvel?
Oh
portals
yeah,
that
yeah.
open up, huh?
Miss Doctor
Like that.
Strange.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Cindy?
So I feel like I'm hip to the lingo sometimes. So last night, am I frozen?
No.
Okay. During the Rangers game, I told Eric, and words are hard for me sometimes, why do they clap hands and then clap cheeks? Eric said, that's not how you say that. That's not what happened. I mean, okay, I was like, I meant high five.
Yep.
But then they
smack the button.
And then I'm like, that's so weird. So can somebody tell me the origin? I didn't want to Google clap cheeks because Eric said that was not a good idea.
I mean, I feel like in terms of not good ideas, doing what are not good ideas, that's not as bad as we've done before.
Cock rings.
There was that.
So anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to know where the origin.
I can make up a story for you real quick.
Dude, I just created a marker. So did you know you could do that? Create markers. So it like helps us find a perfect spot in the show. So like I marked where Sandy said about clapping butts. So that'll be a good thing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So if you hit the letter B, on your keyboard, it'll say marked at the top. No.
Oh, Rangers score 1-0.
Nice.
And then what do you do next?
Well, I think if you go back to review it, it'll have this marker files, like where you had your marker files.
CPJ, we were just talking about you. Joanne asked for you.
Wow,
I'm so glad
her ears must have been ringing really bad.
Yes, we were congratulating you. I was telling them your big news because I'm so
congratulations.
excited for you.
Yeah,
and we wanted a sud scent.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. I was telling them that you have scents now, and maybe we could do a sud scent. And then we threw out pineapple, and then I threw out Superman, and then Joe said soy sauce. So I don't know what you can do.
So
with that.
does that do anything? You let us know.
Help us.
Yes.
You tell us,
and we'll have it right out in time for Christmas gifting. You can gift all your friends.
Exactly.
Sud scents. It has a catchy ring to it.
It does.
Sud scents.
Yes.
How does Superman smell? I'm just wondering how that would go.
Like buff, like a good smelling cologne. I don't know, like
I imagine like
heroes.
Febreze
We
in a
can
way
name
because
it
he's in the
Claps
sky.
Like a stronger Old Spice smell, or a...
No, not Old Spice.
Well,
That's
something farm
rickety.
related. Something farm related because that's where he loves to be. He loves to be in the farm.
He likes
He
to be
saves
on the
people as part of
farm.
his responsibility, but he's a good old farm boy at the heart.
He
Look at
is a
this.
good old
Carrie
farmer.
has scents now. She's selling her scents.
He loves apple pie. If you didn't know that,
Mm,
Clark's favorite dessert is apple pie.
See, okay, I don't like food candle scents. I just not.
not a
But
fan.
we're gonna have pineapple on it.
So it's got to be maybe
But
hay.
pineapple has like a fresh. It's not
I
like
think
a
I see what you're
food.
saying.
Like
I
a
don't want to like.
pineapple hay
Think about it.
teriyaki sauce.
Yeah,
Yeah, you want a teriyaki sauce.
Teriyaki
Fry
sauce
rice?
smells better than soy sauce.
fry
What
rice.
does teriyaki
Teriyaki
sauce
sauce.
has pineapple juice in it. Some of them do.
But
So that's what I'm saying. So it
No,
smells
can
better than
we
soy sauce,
can we
right?
talk about mango sticky rice? Oh my god.
I've never
I
had it.
always hate when it's not in season. Makes me sick.
I had some amazing. Now that you're mentioning that, I had some amazing chicken yesterday. Oh, anyway, I could go on.
Oh, it
How did it do that?
did.
How did you do that, Joe? How did y'all do that?
I don't
put it on
know.
screen.
I told you it had to do with
Dang it.
something.
Yeah.
Me, because I talk with my hands.
Maybe
I
it's
just
only
knew it.
like certain times when it does
Yeah.
it. It's like,
We look stupid doing this on the
I know.
what are you doing?
Here's choice
Giggle.
nicknames for y'all: Mr. Tip Ass, Mr. CA, and
Mr.
Sandy.
Comics,
You
comics
got the you
anonymous.
just like Comics
That's not even
Anonymous.
a nickname, Sandy. That's your name.
So let me back up a little bit. Going back to the mentoring stuff and everything. How do you
Okay.
not like? How
you
do
were going to ask me a
cap-
question. Yeah, you're about to ask me a question.
Yeah, how do you cap your like? I feel like my natural tendency is to share information and things like that, right? Like, how do you cap that so that you're not giving away product for free?
That's what I'm saying. You set
Just
up
never
specific.
speak again.
You do your specific. This is what we're going to talk about, and this is what we're going to talk about.
That's
You wanna
why
talk
I
about
said you
this?
have to have a syllabus.
Mm-hmm. And I have a questionnaire. So obviously, I have different levels of people that come to me for mentoring. And so,
Obviously.
Obviously.
the way I do it.
You need your monocle now or something. Oh
And
my.
Get
of
'em a
course,
cigar,
they-
please.
like, sometimes they have more experience than the others.
They used to dumb it down for some classes.
No, I
He charges
actually
extra
I
for
send a
those.
questionnaire. I
Uh-huh.
send a questionnaire, and then we'll go off that questionnaire if I feel like if we're not going to go too far into it. So you can do it that way as well. Maybe when someone uses, read Anita's.
Maybe when someone uses an emoji in the comments, then you point or a thumb up, it pops
But
up.
we don't
Okay,
know
somebody
when
throw.
they do that. And there's only one
Somebody throw
emoji
it.
that's been used is the heart.
No, yeah, you're right. Hmm.
Because Sandy just did it like out of the blue, and then we were all able to do it.
What
Except
happens when you throw the birdie?
No, I got nothing. The funny thing is it's never happened for Jamie.
Yeah, it hasn't. It hasn't. My time will come. My time will come.
wait, show it on the screen, Sandy. Bring it up on the screen and see. And then we go. No.
Oh, there he goes. Joe got one.
How do you... It's because CPJ did it, didn't it?
Let's see.
Oh,
What in the world is
That was oh, you did it.
the double thumbs up, y'all.
Nice.
Sad now.
Guess
Okay,
who
do
had-
it, Jamie. Do
Jamie,
it.
try
do
it again.
I'm not
Hey.
doing it anymore. Leave me alone.
Oh, sad,
Emoji haters.
sad day.
Somebody's all sad and stuff.
Wah, wah,
How
wah.
are you gonna do that to me? How are you gonna do that to me?
How's the founder of the show not going to get out?
Glad I can be fun for someone.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Jamie,
Well-
you'll always have a thumbs up on my
I
end.
guess so. Remember that makes 7-Up yours? Those are
gonna-
great commercials.
Oh, look!
It did it again. Oh, maybe you have to hold it for a while.
I think
No,
so.
because y'all were all like,
Boom. Just like that. See that?
Do the-
oh my God.
Do it, Jamie.
Oh, gee, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Jamie, you
Uh-uh.
gotta
I
try.
read your mind, CPJ.
That was awesome.
What else
Boom.
can we do? What other things can we
I
do?
didn't even know we could do that.
Well, if it did okay, try okay.
It'd be so
Yeah.
funny if your husband came around and just like, and your wife came around and just like smacked the both of you.
Listen, I hadn't
That'd be
seen my
hilarious.
husband since the Rangers been playing. Okay. Okay. So I don't know if I told y'all. So right when the tickets went on sale, I'm like, look, Eric, because he wants to go to the World Series. And I'm like, all right, just go get a ticket, find something. So he could have had one for like the second game, but his friends couldn't make it. So he waited till the 6th game. And I'm like, you're a disappointment to me. I'm like, because you could have been to the second game, but you decided to wait for your friends. And here we are. We don't even know if we're going to make it.
Make it to your friends.
Let's see.
But if they win tonight, there won't be a game 6, right?
Exactly. Standing room only tickets, $200. If you try to find them on like Hubstub or whatever those ticket resellers are, $687. I'm like,
Whoa.
Chon, no, thank you.
And where's the game? It'll be in Dallas.
So it'll be back Friday night. It'll be back in Dallas
if they don't sweep or if they don't win tonight.
if they don't win tonight. Chon, what's the score? Throw that up there.
It's 1-0. I just checked.
It's still 1-0.
Yep. In the 8th.
So in the 8th, oh my gosh.
Middle of the 8th, 1-0. Texas leads series 3-1.
I have some no mames while Jamie's over. Is Jamie frozen? Like, what's even happening over there?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to figure out why I can't do whatever.
Bitter party of one. Your table's now ready. Bitter party of one.
There's not a table big enough for me right now. Okay, let me put you down. I'll tell you that.
Okay, so I was reading a story where
no,
an
my man,
electrician-
you were reading. I'm just
I
playing,
know.
sorry.
I read the summary. Reading a story where this electrician got off work and he had to go to Home Depot to prepare for the next day. And he's looking for a part that he needs. And a customer, we'll call her Karen. Karen stops by and very angrily says, "It's about time you get here. Where's the tool aisle?" And he looks at her and he says, "Ma'am, I don't work here." She said, "I don't care if you work here or not. You need to tell me where the tool aisle is."
What?
So he says, "I don't work here, but if you look at the signage, it'll tell you where the tool aisle is." Well, she gets even madder. She said, "Who is your manager?" And he's like, "I don't work here, so it doesn't matter who you want to talk to."
This is just
Anyway.
bizarre.
So he just walks away from her, keeps looking for what he needs. And on his way out, she is at the customer service line yelling and says, "And he called me fat and he didn't want to help me." And as he's walking out, she's like, "There he is. That's who it is." And they were like, "Ma'am, he doesn't work here." She's like, "He needs to be fired." Anyway.
He sounds hideous.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, he just looks at her and he says, "You're crazy," and walks out of the store.
It's like that lady on the plane. That mother is not real.
Oh, it's not real.
Did you see that? How many people were her costume?
No.
that was a very popular
That's so
costume.
sad.
It's so
Aw.
funny.
Yeah.
Look,
That's
she asked. Yes, she sure is.
She sure was.
We still at 1-0. Okay.
One. Let's take that one. Let's take that one.
The next thing that I keep seeing, and I always share these with Joe and Jamie,
Yes.
and it says, it's a Facebook status. How much is your rent? I'm about to send you anything, no matter what it is. Be thankful and accept it. Listen, gullibles. No one's gonna send you money. But Gloria
No,
here,
they're not.
decides to say, please send people money. Quit saying you will and you don't. So anyway, Gloria's the next victim of no mames, pinche Gloria.
Gloria, what's wrong with you?
Gloria, you
No
are
one will send you money or gift cards or anything on Facebook. In fact, just don't believe
what up,
anything.
Jams?
Okay, just don't. Oh, she's here for the true crime part. She was like, I want to see. She was excited for that.
So it's the people that say, if you don't have a butterfly tattoo, I'll send you money. If it's the ones that are saying, what's this EBT money that they're giving away? And they post links, quit falling for that. Oh my God.
Please
stop falling for them.
CPJ says, if someone asks Matt, who's the manager, he better be saying Carrie. Look, Sean, believe it. It's all fake. Sean was the victim of one of these. Sean knows.
Yep. Sorry, Sean.
I got an email that says I need to send them 5 Apple cards.
Okay, so you know what the freakiest thing is? Okay, let me tell you. Here's the painting the picture. You're just doing your work. You are, watching the social distancing show. You get a little ping on your email. You look it in there, and you're like, reset your, your Joe Baker
Instagram
photography.
password.
Sorry, I was trying to think of a business that was just general. Yes,
okay.
You see a, Instagram reset your password link that comes up, right? And you're like, okay. And then you get another ding while you're watching the social distancing show, and you see reset your Instagram password, and you're like, huh? So then you go to sleep and you wake up and you realize that you have like 16 reset your Instagram passwords, and you realize, oh my gosh, I was in the middle of being hacked at that very moment, and people were trying to access my Instagram account.
Yep.
So what do you do?
Do nothing. Leave it alone.
Delete it. Yeah, you delete them.
Yeah, you just delete them because because one of two things are happening. Or let me rephrase that.
He doesn't check his emails either.
He doesn't check his email, CPJ. He's got 1,974 unread emails.
Listen, and so you look at the email, and if you click on a link, is very likely a high probability that they've sent you a fake email that when you click on a link to reset your password, you're going to their website and you're entering your website, and they'll look legit.
Yeah, Netflix is notorious for these types of emails.
Yes.
Or not Netflix
and
themselves.
You have no idea that you just gave your password to some malicious actor.
Oh, no.
And then you wonder, why can I get on Netflix? I just reset my password. The other thing is it's legitimate, and it did come from Instagram, Netflix, whoever. But I mean, nothing there actually. It's all fine. But still, they might have a keylogger on your computer and can.
Or they hack your browser and try to buy gold with it, and then try to sell that gold
bullion
on eBay.
So when you see your emails,
you can only afford chicken bouillon if you have.
And if you're like, that's never happened to me, go check your spam folder right now and just see. And you're very likely you're going to see like multiple emails that are saying reset your password, and the system just didn't pay attention enough or whatever. Anyway, my point to it is that it's a real paradigm shift when you see your accounts being hacked or attempting a hack live. It's like, what in the world? It's weird. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's so dumb.
Yeah. So
my mom calls me all the time, and our office manager calls me all the time. She's like, Joe, this email doesn't look real. I'm like, then just delete it. But you should check it out. No, just delete it.
Yeah, Dahlia will send me that. She's like, this is spam, isn't it? I'm like, don't be sending that shit to me, girl.
Man, we've been getting like a bunch of spam email, and I'm just like,
it's nuts.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, hey, I got an FB notification yesterday that said 2-factor authentication can stop unrecognized devices. I decided to opt out because I heard y'all's voice in my head saying opt out.
Wait,
no, you just have to opt in.
You want to get into that.
You want to opt in.
If it was an email that was sent to you telling you to click here, click there, whatever, do not do that. So everyone, we need to move forward in an age where any email we get from whether you trust the organization or not, when it asks you to click on it to reset, enable any of that stuff, you don't do it. So you go to Facebook on your phone or on your app, and then, or even go to Google actually and just say how to enable two-factor authentication on Facebook, and then follow the instructions there.
What she's saying is, though, that notification, because I got it too, was saying that on certain devices you can opt out of having two-factor authentication. So that's what she's saying.
So when you get an email like that, just delete it. Don't even pay any
No, it's
attention.
an actual notification on your Facebook. On your Facebook, it says
it's not an email. It's not
an email.
Okay.
It's on Facebook. It says, hey, if you don't want to have two-factor authentication on this device, you can opt out of it on this device.
So I think as far as as long as you are, I don't want to make the sound dumb. You're not dumb. As long as you're educated about what that means, then you can make that decision. Because, for example, if you know your phone is always with you and you have a lock screen on your phone that you know not anyone's going to get into, then you maybe, you don't need to enable two-factor authentication on your phone's Facebook account. Because
enable it. That way, if you're cheating, your spouse won't catch you. Follow me for more marriage life hacks.
So make sure. So in that scenario, because there's already a security layer before getting into the Facebook app, it might be okay. But let's say that you're on your laptop or a computer and everyone has access to it, then all you need to do, you might want to enable it on there so that no one can just move the mouse and get into your Facebook account.
Maybe it doesn't like my right hand. Maybe
no. So here's what to do. I think you can't put it like in front of you because it doesn't recognize it. So you have to do it to the side. Look at me.
You'll have me thinking I'm going to do it. So not doing
try it. You need to try it.
Try it. I think you have too many things in your background. You don't have.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. So more reason not to try it. Also, turn on your virtual backgrounds and see if it still does it.
Yeah, I don't know how to
make him mad. Make him angry face. Let's see if it gives an angry or shocked face.
Listen, one of our viewers has shared a story with me, and I'll let her
tell it to us.
No, I'm going to tell it to you, but if she wants to jump in with her name, she can. How would you feel?
I wonder who it is.
It could be Chon. I'm just saying she. How would you feel if you saw a vehicle parked near your house every single day from 8:15 to 7:15 at night, and there's a person that sits out there all day long?
Yeah, I'd be calling the police the first hour. That would not be. I've done it. This little boy, he likes to park over here on our side of the cul-de-sac and hop his little bot out of the car and run across the street to the other side of the other cul-de-sac, and then go to a house over there. And what I'm like,
that's where his girlfriend is.
He's doing shit. He shouldn't.
That's where his girlfriend is.
I was like, police officer, can you come check this out? Someone's in my cul-de-sac. I don't like that. They come over and they're like, and you know what I love about my neighborhood? The police officers, they don't come in with the sirens blaring or the lights on. They just low key right in there, and then they look.
We both got it.
I'm not mad at y'all. I'm just not happy for me.
Like I said, I think we just have enough space where it can find it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mr. Pineapples, I think you'd do something to that kid's game. If you knew what he was doing, he's going over there. Obviously.
No one ever called the cops on you, rude.
Not my fault.
Let's see. I would open a certain cabinet in my house and start firing in the air. I've done it. The kids stopped parking in neck and next to my driveway. Good for you.
Wait a minute. I would open a certain I get it. Okay.
A certain cabinet.
Took me a second. Because I was thinking, with CPJ, I'm thinking cooking, right? Thanksgiving is coming up, and she's going to have this fantastic feast available. So I was like,
right, we're coming over. Open that cabinet.
I know.
We're still going to be the liquor cabinet.
Let's leches with that rum. I'm just saying.
So thing about it is they called the police. She watched the police go out there and talk to the guy, but he never left.
Oh no! I just call him right back and be like, "Come back."
I told her, I said, "You need to act like you're freaking out right now." And
it's like a reverse swatting.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mhm.
You might want to be careful of that. Sandy's not promoting that. She's just saying that there's a possibility that that could happen.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm promoting that shit.
So I'd say, are you sure? 'Cause that sounds like she's
No.
promoting
This
it.
is
You
recorded.
need to panic because so there was a strange van and it had a bunch of stuff that was parked out in my neighborhood. And I was just like, what is you doing? And she was and her and they were sitting in their car. So I did call balloons. What you
How
do?
did you do that, Joe?
I think it's this one.
No wonder Anita said she'd seen balloons.
When did we throw up a peace sign? I wonder too.
Well,
Oh, when
'cause
you're
you know I'm
flipping
always
people
doing,
off.
yeah.
But we didn't see it.
This one doesn't see anything. That one doesn't.
Yeah, it still doesn't work.
Maybe it's only 2 people that can do it. Look,
Yeah.
Jamie thought it was his. He got you see, he
didn't
had
think
like
it
a
was mine.
glimmer. He had like a little glimmer.
I was
I
looking
wonder
at
if
the
you put on
screen
your
over
green
here.
screen, Jamie. If you put on your green screen and do it, if it'll do it. Look
Can
at
you
that.
imagine?
I'm done.
Maybe you're a
I'm done
firework.
looking like an idiot. More. I'm done looking more like an idiot. So I'll let y'all not look like
Oh
one.
my gosh.
Fine.
Eric might not be going to the World Series.
Oh, and that's like, I mean, like
It's
that.
Why did he
Friday.
bet against Texas?
No, he didn't. It's not that he didn't bet. It's just that the only ticket that he was able to get because of his friends was Game 6.
It's top of the ninth,
Oh.
and they are about to win the whole series. This is a game. Texas leads 3-1.
5. Is it Game 5? Game 4?
This is game.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5 because it's
And
best
if
5
they
out
win,
of 7.
there is no game 6.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Top of the ninth. That's gonna be a party in it, Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
All right,
now
here
try
we
to do a
go.
thumbs up. Try it.
What is that? Oh, that's part of your
It's
logo.
the background not working.
Oh, I was really excited for you. I'm like, you threw a pineapple.
Bookmark.
Try the other hand.
Bookmark
Try the
that.
other hand.
It's like my video's slower now.
You look like AI hands.
Yeah, it looks creepy.
I think you said
I
top
don't
of the
like it.
ninth, right?
Top of the ninth, Miss Anita. And now we're gonna be all Rangers fans. Hop on the bandwagon.
Not
Might
me.
as well.
Okay.
Might as well.
What inning?
Top of
The
the-
Rangers have never won a World Series. There's
They
like
have
a few on the list.
Mhm. So
Never
that'll
will
be it.
either, right?
And I don't know if you were watching the game last night, but a Red Power chant broke out very briefly. I mean, not Red Power, Raider Power chant.
Okay, yeah, because there's a ex-Texas Tech player in there.
Yes, because Josh, and then he's actually going to be, Josh is going to be here for the UCF game because they're doing a baseball reunion.
Baseball.
I got to hear Coach Grant and who's the men's Texas Tech basketball coach and Krista Gerlich speak today.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
so that was pretty
cool.
cool. I also was like, "Hey, coach, we get a selfie?" And he obliged, and we got a selfie. I look a lot beefier than him, though. He's little.
Aw.
That's so
Uncle
awesome
Lemon.
that Krista Gerlich is
Gerlich.
the girls
Gerlich,
coach
Gerlich,
because she
Gerlich.
was on the 93 team that won the national championship.
Her and Swoops. Mhm.
Oh, Swoops. I used to love her, and then I met her in real life.
Yeah, she's not
Who?
a nice
Oh,
person.
yeah.
Cheryl.
Cheryl Swoops.
You know
I
what? It
did
was at
see
Caboose,
her.
Joe. I
Yeah,
was
it
at
was.
Caboose.
What a horrible
and this-
experience at Caboose.
It was. This little girl came up to her
She didn't.
and was so
CJ.
excited. And then Cheryl was like, "Oh, you like me? How much do you like?" Like she was feeding this, and it wasn't like a fun thing. She was like, "Keep going, keep telling me." And I was just like, ugh. So then she goes to the game side of the place, and some kid came up wanting her autograph, and then she just like it was not a positive experience.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
lots of.
I was like,
Yeah.
Huh.
She did throw out the pitch for one of the Astros games,
yeah,
Mm.
throw out that
and then
dirty
I did
attitude,
see her in
too.
all her Astros gear, decked out and shaking Josh's hand.
So I noticed
I've
this
heard
weird
horrible
thing when I was looking
stories.
at jobs earlier today, and I was like, check this out. I was like, okay, here's a pretty sweet job as a governance analyst, right? You don't really need to know about all the ins and outs here. What I want you to focus on is the highlighted part I put, right? Yes, John. So
Yes.
maybe she's changed, maybe she's reformed, but anyway, she wasn't.
She's not.
Okay. So I looked at here and I thought, okay, this is a pretty good role, actually, because there's only 50 applicants. Like, I don't know if you know, but when you start looking at jobs on LinkedIn, they'll show you when they're like 400, 500, over 1,000 applicants for a job. And in the IT field, cybersecurity, it's pretty, yeah. So anyway, I was like, oh, this isn't too bad, actually. And I was like, entry level. So when I hear entry level, I think, oh, entry level salary. And I'm not looking for that.
Yeah.
And so then I was going through the list or through the rest of it, and then something else popped out to me, and it was about the experience level.
It's entry level, but you have to be expert.
Oh.
So which is it?
It was so terrible, man. I was like, entry level, but you want an expert. And so this is a common thing.
Entry level pay for expertise? No, my mess.
And so there's a common observation, right? Where we see this type of scenario happen all the time. And it gets crazier. There's some where I've seen like they're asking for all these crazy skills from people, right? And then they have this years, and it'll be like 14 years experience in this. And I'm all like, crypto didn't even exist then. Why do you want?
Eric just said it's 5-0, 3 out the way.
How do you get them to have that much experience when it hasn't even been around that long?
Yep.
So anyway,
they dumb.
Yeah,
they dumb. Yeah. They ass.
Yes.
They estúpido.
Yeah.
Estúpido.
You missed the beginning, Sandy, when we played we thought it was going to be a really epic beginning, and it turned out to be like a less than 30-second thing. And when it ended, we were like, oh.
I was like, hey.
Did you do something new?
No, I used one of the old ones. It was
one of mine.
Yeah. Season 5. And it started out great. It just ended really fast. Yeah.
I think I was supposed to add to that. I think I was supposed to fix that.
It looked like it was going to go great. What's on that paper, Sandy?
Well, you told me to do my homework, and I did.
Why are we bringing it up right now? It was like, I didn't think you did it, so I wasn't going to pressure you to say anything. I didn't want to be like, it was on the promo and everything.
You told me to. We just have been talking, so I was just going to wait.
Miss Jams came to watch and listen to you and she wanted to hear the true crime. I talked to her earlier and she was like, I love true crime. She was like, that's my real. And I was like, of course it is. Everyone.
Mrs. Jams, do you want to be a co-host?
Oh,
do you want to be on my show tomorrow? We can do this. That would be
cool.
Wait, what's tomorrow? Hold on. Listen,
I
just be overcommitting sometimes. Tomorrow it's not tomorrow.
I remember
because
your
tomorrow's
friend
a TCU game. I had to reschedule my lunch because I'm leaving work early tomorrow because I'm going to the TCU game.
Oh yeah, they're playing on Thursday.
Sandy told someone, she was like, I'm so sorry, I have got to. Oh no, her friend reached out to her.
My flaky friend reached out, and then I said, "Good, because you're a forgetful friend." I done ordered a salad and scheduled a 1:00 appointment, girl. My bad.
She was asking
and then
Sandy if
I have a lunch
scheduled.
I had lunch scheduled tomorrow, and I was like, oh, "Friend, can I reschedule for Friday because I have a game tomorrow?" Luckily, she was available.
I guess we could do this next week then.
Maybe next week.
I really wanted it tonight.
I know, me too. That's why I didn't.
It's my fault because y'all were not expecting me to be here.
We were not.
We weren't actually.
That is no lie.
I'm sorry.
I thought in my head that you actually had told us last week.
Yeah, for some reason, that's why I was like.
Well, I said
for this week.
The producer was like, "You're gonna go on?" I was like, "Well, I haven't been on in a few weeks, so I feel bad for not coming on."
Like, I'm glad you feel bad. Thank you.
That does bring.
But I have been pretty busy.
Light smile to my face, so.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to get out of it. I've just been like I'm way behind as it is. So
yeah. Well, we don't want to keep you any longer.
We totally appreciate you blessing.
You know what would really been funny is that for some reason I didn't hit like start stream and we had been streaming this whole time, but really weren't
Bye,
streaming.
Anita. Have a good night. She's gonna
I'm
go
out.
watch the.
Good night, Anita.
She got something more important bullshit over
I don't know
there.
like this seems pretty important to me. All right, so let me get this. Let me tell you real quick too. I ordered some really cool comic books, and I sent them to the wrong address.
No mames.
How are
Yeah,
you
and
this address?
so I was sending them to the person who I have that puts them in those cases, right? And I put his address, but my city and state and zip code.
That has happened to my mailbox. So, I have a
But-
post office box and people put like where they're mailing it, but then they put Wolfforth and it ends up in like I had like some Dallam County.
You know which books they
Tax
were
stuff.
too? They were
What?
the movie poster books. Superman 1978. It was the movie poster book, and it's foil, and then the connecting cover that shows the red streak on the other cover. Like Kim.
Speaking of posters, do you remember that I told you I have a project for my basement?
Yes.
And I
the
ordered
movie
4
posters for the kids.
posters.
Yes.
Cade's came in. A
Oh,
tube
nice.
that says
Remind
do
me, what
not
was his?
bend. His was Into the Spider-Verse or something.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Uh-huh.
And it says do not bend. I swear it's like you're taunting these mofos to bend it.
I know what you're talking about, Sam.
They bent it. And I thought maybe it's just the cardboard, right? No. They bent the poster. The poster is ruined.
Did they
so
send it
upset.
in like a flat thing, or was
No,
it
they
rolled
sent
up
it in a
the
tube.
cylinder?
It was a
Yeah.
thick ass tube.
The cylinder was bent.
Yes, the cylinder was bent. Oh, I'm so mad. Hello, Tez Davis.
Dude,
2 outs left.
that dude. So I wanted to do a YouTube with some. I can't do another YouTube, guys. I just can't.
You
And
can't.
I have been wanting to produce a comic book YouTube because I love comic books so much.
Of course.
I just
No
can't
way.
do it though. I can't. And so I was telling someone on an Instagram live, I was like, please invite me in, let me in. And they did the craziest thing and let me in. And I was just going ahead and talking. And I told someone, I was like, look, if someone's out there who has a YouTube, I will be a guest permanently when I have time, but you have to let me come on whenever I want to talk about any comic book related material whenever I want. And like, that's just the standing
It's
rule.
my show. As soon
Taz said okay.
he said okay.
You're like the diva of broadcast all of a sudden. I'll come in on my time. It'll be my
I wanted
topic,
to be up front though. I wanted to be up front, and so there was
which
no
we
One out
appreciate.
left. One out left. One out left.
Oh, one. Okay. So he said yes, and I'm like, well, then heck, be ready because the requests are going to be flying in when it's time to do a YouTube for whatever it is I want to talk about. Yes,
John said, hell
John.
no. Tez said
So
yes.
are we waiting until they win on the show so we can celebrate real
Does
quick?
Tez have a YouTube channel?
Oh yeah. So yes, Tez.
Can you promote it on there?
Look, he's even saying yeah. See, look.
Anytime you can come on.
But every time Tez types, it's like your hands are off of the screen. That's weird.
No, that's not me. That is not me. So
we do the
I am super excited. So Tez, we need to make sure we do this quick, and we got to come on with the first thing. We should, yeah. Oh man, see, yeah, we got to talk about my issue, my Superman book issue, and how I screwed up. I'll be a guest permanently
CPJ.
when
I'll
I
be a
have
guest
time.
permanently when I have time. Thank
Yeah, see, you get me, CPJ. You get me.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
I love it.
Who's
So
pitching? Is it Leclerc? Is it our closing pitcher?
The pitcher is Sabors, Jay Sabors. The batter is K Marte. The count is 2 balls and 2
So
strikes.
for those of you that don't know, we're watching a baseball game off on the side, and we're very close to winning.
But listen,
But-
if Eric doesn't go,
Oh,
Which is her husband.
game over.
oh my gosh,
Thank
Eric,
God.
did he win?
Struck him out.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Wait, I don't know if I'm clapping or not yet. What am I supposed to be doing?
We are. We're
Oh,
talking.
okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
double-checking. I'm
Texas
double-checking.
Rangers.
So the Texas Rangers won the.
World Series for the first time.
Wait, they
ever.
won the World Series?
They won the World Series.
The World Series was playing tonight?
It's been
Why didn't you say
playing.
that in the beginning?
It's been playing.
We've
This
been
is
saying
it.
it.
Game number 5 of the World Series, Texas Rangers were winning 3-1, and they just won it 5-0.
So no more games, or is this
There's
like
no more.
the 5th
There's no more
and 10th
games.
and
So
okay.
Eric doesn't get to go to the next
Eric
game
doesn't get to go.
because there's no game 6 because the
No
Rangers
game
have won.
6, and
What
he had a
do they
ticket
refund
to
his
game
money?
6. Yeah, he
Yeah,
gets a
yeah,
refund.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's so terrible if they do.
yeah.
Also, Tez likes it. Tez, are you in Texas by any chance? Just curious.
Congratulations to those Texas Rangers.
Game 4. Woo.
How do
So
we do
awesome.
this? How do we do the
I
celebration?
figured with all the clapping we were doing, something was going to happen, but it didn't.
Is it?
What was it that we did?
That's Texas Tech.
I
What do
know.
we do?
What's-
What do we
that's
do
what
to
y'all
get
did
the
Oh, we
thank
did
you?
this one.
Yeah.
See, it still doesn't want to do it. Beat your camera. It's broken over here.
Awesome. All right.
You know,
Oh, Ted's an ATL.
He's in the ATL.
welcome.
Oh.
Nice.
Ooh,
Okay, so
ATL
you're
restaurants
there.
are getting called out this week by.
What
Why?
did they do?
You need to check on TikTok, man. There's a food critic that's really famous, a big
Dale
guy,
Sanders.
and he was going on it. So
Joe, you remember Dell, right? He was
no,
one of my groomsmen.
No,
Oh.
sorry.
All right,
right.
everyone.
We got to wrap
Well,
up.
sorry.
Congratulations to those Texas Rangers.
Congrats
Yes,
to Texas Rangers, but
Texas
sorry.
Rangers. Hey, guess what? Okay, because Eric doesn't
Eric.
he doesn't get to go to Dallas anymore, so now he has to take the dogs to the groomers. So freaking excited!
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Only reason
All right.
I wanted them to win.
Look, come back next week, guys. I don't know if we're gonna do Sandy's talk sheet, but I wish we will.
You probably
Um,
will. You'll probably have to find someone else to help out with that, but yes.
Oh, okay. Well, Sandy can handle it on her own.
Maybe put your hands above your head on the white wall. Maybe it's not seeing your hands. Yeah, that's what I think.
Oh.
That's what I think it's not.
If it works that way, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be like,
There you go.
oh,
Have
wait,
a good
no,
night,
it is-
Tez. Thanks for
Thanks,
joining
Tez.
us.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It,
See,
it doesn't like you
me.
at all.
It doesn't.
It's because you're brown.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Oh,
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everyone.
Monster Child.